Let me start by telling you something simple but powerful. English is not hard. It's not impossible. And it's definitely not something only smart people can do. You can speak English. You really can. Maybe right now, when someone speaks to you in English, you freeze. Your heart beats faster and your mind suddenly goes blank. You know the words, but they don't come out. You feel nervous, afraid to make a mistake, worried about sounding wrong. And maybe, just maybe, you feel like you're not good enough. I understand. I felt that too. Learning a language is not just about grammar or vocabulary, it's about emotion. It's about confidence. And when you don't feel confident, it's easy to stay silent. But what if I told you that you don't need to feel that way anymore? That there's a better, easier, more natural way to learn English? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to speak like a native. You just need to believe that it's possible. Because it is. You can speak English faster than you think. When you stop studying it like a subject and start living it like a language. You learned your first language by hearing it, using it, repeating it every day. No pressure, no fear. You can learn English the same way, through small daily habits, real-life practice, and speaking without fear. From today, we begin a new journey, one where English becomes part of your life, not something you study, but something you live. And I promise you, if you keep going, you'll speak English with more ease, more confidence, and more joy than you ever thought possible. If you want to speak English fluently, the first and most important step is to change your mindset. You must stop telling yourself that English is difficult. You must stop saying, I can't speak English, because every time you say that, your brain believes it. Your brain listens to the words you repeat. If you keep saying, English is hard, then yes, it will feel hard. But if you start saying, English is easy, your brain will begin to relax. You will feel more open, more ready to learn. This is how your thoughts become your reality. So from today, I want you to replace all those negative thoughts with something better. Stop saying, I can't. Start saying, I'm learning. Stop saying, my English is bad. Start saying, I'm improving every day. These are not just nice sentences. They are powerful tools that change how your mind sees the language. Think about how a baby learns to walk. The baby doesn't sit down and read a book about walking. They don't study the rules. They try. They fall. They get up. They fall again and again and again, but they never stop, and one day they walk. The same is true for you. Learning English is not about being perfect. It's about trying, failing, trying again, speaking even when you're unsure. Every mistake is a step forward. Every attempt is progress. You don't need to understand every grammar rule to speak. You don't need to know every word to start. You just need to believe in yourself and keep moving forward. To help you with this, I want you to practice a few simple sentences every day. These are your daily affirmations. Say them when you wake up. Say them before you go to sleep. Say them when you feel tired or frustrated. These words are like seeds. When you say them often, they grow inside your mind. They become strong. They become true. Say, English is easy. Say, I can speak English. Say, I am learning every single day. Say, my English is getting better and better. At first, you might not believe the words. That's okay. Keep saying them anyway, because your brain will start to believe what it hears most often. And when your brain believes, your actions will follow. You will feel more confident. You will take more chances. You will speak more often. And that is how real learning happens. Your journey is not about being perfect. It's about being brave. Every time you speak, Even if it's one sentence, you are growing. Every time you try, you are training your brain to accept English as part of your identity. You're not studying English anymore. You are becoming an English speaker. That is a big difference. And it all begins with how you talk to yourself. Be kind. Be patient. Be proud. You are doing something amazing. And every single day, you're getting closer to fluency. So change your words, change your thoughts, and watch how your English begins to change too. Because when your mind believes, your mouth will follow. And before you know it, you'll be speaking English with a smile. If you want to speak English fluently, you must surround yourself with English every day, not just during lessons, not just when you watch a video. English must become part of your life, part of your world, part of your mind. The good news is, you don't have to travel to another country. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can create your own English environment right where you are, right now. And it all starts with a few small changes that make a big difference. The first thing I want you to do is simple. Change the language on your phone to English. You use your phone every day. You check messages, open apps, scroll through settings. When your phone is in English, your brain sees English all the time. You learn without even realizing it. You begin to recognize words naturally. English becomes familiar, it becomes normal, it becomes yours. The next step is to start thinking in English. Most learners make the same mistake. They think in their native language, then try to translate into English. But this takes time. It creates stress. It makes speaking feel slow and difficult. So let's change that. Start small. Start simple. When you wake up, say in your mind, "Good morning." When you brush your teeth, think, "I am brushing my teeth." When you make tea, think, "This tea smells nice." These are small, daily thoughts, but they are powerful because the more you think in English, the more natural it becomes. You don't need big words. You don't need long sentences. You just need the habit. The more you do it, the faster your brain connects directly to English. No more translating, no more delay. Just natural thoughts in a new language. Another simple but powerful technique is talking to yourself in English. Yes, talk to yourself out loud. Look in the mirror and say, "Hello, how are you today?" Answer yourself, "I feel good. I have a lot to do, but I'm ready." Describe your plans. Talk about your day. Tell yourself what you're doing. "I'm going to the kitchen. I'm cooking dinner. I'm tired, but I'm proud of my progress." Speaking out loud helps you build confidence. It helps you hear your own voice. It trains your mouth to move in English. And the best part, you can do it anytime. No partner needed, no pressure, just you and your voice learning together. You can also make your home your English classroom. Take sticky notes or pieces of paper and write the names of objects around your house in English. Label your mirror, your refrigerator, your door, your table, your cup. When you walk around, read the words. Say them out loud. Make a sentence. "This is a mirror." "The book is on the table." "I drink water from this cup." These little moments add up. Your eyes see the word. Your mouth says the word. Your brain remembers the word. Slowly, English becomes part of your environment. You don't even need to sit down and study. You are learning through daily life. This is what immersion looks like. And no, you don't need to live in an English-speaking country. You can create full immersion from your own home. Change your phone. Think in English. Talk to yourself. Label your home. Watch English videos. Listen to English music. Read simple books. Write a few sentences every night. These habits turn your life into an English world. And when English is always around you, your brain starts to relax. You stop feeling afraid. You stop hesitating. You begin to speak with more confidence, more ease, more fluency. So remember, fluency is not about learning everything at once. It's about living with English a little more every day. Let English into your life like sunlight through a window. Let it be part of your morning, your afternoon, your evening. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it right here, right now. Because the more you surround yourself with English, the more English will grow inside you. Quietly, naturally, beautifully. And one day you'll realize you're not just learning English anymore, you're living it. Many English learners believe that to speak fluently, they must first master grammar rules. They feel they need to understand every tense, every structure, and every exception before they open their mouth. But let me ask you a question. How did you learn your first language? Did you start with grammar books and rules? Of course not. You listened, you copied, you repeated, and slowly the language became yours. That is the natural way. That is the human way. And you can do the same with English. You don't need to fear grammar. You don't need to understand everything before you start speaking. Grammar will come, but it will come through use, not through study. When you speak real English sentences again and again, your brain begins to understand the patterns on its own. You start to feel what sounds right, even if you don't know the rule behind it. This is how children learn. This is how you will learn. Instead of trying to memorize all the tenses, focus on learning full, useful sentences. Don't think about the present continuous tense. Just learn and repeat a sentence like, I am eating. That's enough. That one sentence teaches you the structure. Now say it again, I am eating. Say it slowly. Say it with meaning. Let your tongue, your brain, and your confidence work together. Now change the subject. She is eating. They are eating. We are eating together. Repeat them. Use them in your daily life. When you eat, say it out loud. When you see someone eating, describe it. You don't need a grammar rule. You need real examples. This is the key. Repetition builds memory. Memory builds fluency. And fluency builds confidence. When you repeat the same useful sentences every day, your brain begins to accept them as natural. You don't have to think, you just speak. This is what fluency feels like, when the words come out of you like water without effort. And the more you do it, the better it gets. Another secret to learning grammar naturally is copying native speakers. When you hear someone speak English, don't just listen, copy them. If you hear a sentence that sounds useful, stop and repeat it. Say it the same way. Try to match the rhythm, the stress, the tone. You are not just practicing words, you are training your mouth and your mind to work together. And when you copy, you learn. Not only the words, but also the structure, the grammar, the feeling. You can do this with short YouTube videos, with songs, or even with podcasts. Press pause, repeat the sentence, and say it out loud 3 or 4 times. Then move on. Do this every day, and you will feel the difference. Don't worry if the sentences feel too simple. Don't feel shy about repeating the same thing again and again. In fact, that is the best way to learn. Simplicity is powerful. Repetition is magic. If you say, I am going to the market 10 times today, tomorrow your brain will remember it without effort, and next week you'll say it without thinking. That's real learning. It's not about knowing everything. It's about being able to say something useful correctly and with confidence. So let go of the idea that you need perfect grammar before you speak. You don't. You need real sentences. You need to hear them, say them, and use them. Grammar will follow. It always does. And when it comes naturally, it stays with you longer. So from today, stop stressing about grammar rules. Start focusing on useful phrases. Choose 5 simple sentences and say them every morning. Say them while walking, while cooking, while looking in the mirror. Make them part of your daily rhythm. Let your brain learn like it was meant to, through use, through sound, through feeling. The more you speak, the better your grammar will become. Not because you studied it, but because you lived it. And that, my friend, is the most beautiful way to learn any language. If you want to speak English fluently, you must use it in real life, every single day. English is not just something you study in a book or listen to in a video. English is a living language. It needs to move through your mouth, your ears, your thoughts, and your daily life. You don't need to wait for a perfect conversation partner. You don't need to travel or take expensive lessons. You can begin right now where you are with the life you already have. Every day is full of chances to practice English. When you wake up in the morning, don't just start your day in silence. Talk to yourself in English. Say, "Good morning. I feel good today. Let's brush my teeth." While you get ready, continue speaking. "I am brushing my teeth. Now I will take a shower. It's a beautiful morning." These are small, simple sentences, but they are powerful. They help you connect English with your real life. The more you do this, the more confident you will feel. You stop thinking of English as a school subject. It becomes your voice, your way of speaking to the world. When you go to the kitchen, continue the practice. Say, "I am making tea." Smell it and say, "This tea smells so good." Say what you're doing. "I am eating toast with butter." These are not difficult words. These are daily experiences, and they are perfect for speaking practice. Even if you are alone, speak out loud. Your brain needs to hear your voice. Your ears need to get used to English sounds. Your mouth needs the exercise. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. And when you go outside, you can do even more. Talk to yourself quietly. Describe the weather. "It's sunny today." Look at people and say in your mind, "That woman is wearing a red dress." Think about your tasks. "I need to buy some vegetables." English is everywhere when you bring it with you. Let's take it one step further. Imagine you are going to the market. Practice the conversation before you get there. Say to yourself, "Excuse me, do you have fresh tomatoes?" Answer yourself, "Yes, here they are." Ask, "How much is 1 kilo?" Answer, "It's $2 per kilo." Continue, "Okay, I will take 2 kilos and some onions too." This is a real conversation, and you can practice it at home in your room while walking or even while waiting in line. You don't need anyone else. You just need imagination and repetition. These small role plays help you feel ready when a real situation happens. You have already practiced the words. You have already lived the moment in your mind. When you meet a friend, practice speaking in English too. A simple conversation is enough. "Hi, how are you?" "I'm good, and you?" "I'm just relaxing. Do you want to go for a walk?" These are the kinds of things you already say in your native language. Now just say them in English. Keep it simple. Keep it natural. If you go to a cafe, imagine the full dialogue. "What do you want to order?" "I want a coffee." "I'll take a lemonade." "Hello, can we order, please?" "Yes, 1 coffee and 1 lemonade." "Anything else?" "No, thank you." You can repeat this conversation every time you go out or even when you are sitting at home. The goal is not to make it complicated. The goal is to make it familiar. Even at night, when the day is almost over, you can still practice. Think in English. Reflect in English. Say, "Today was a good day. I learned something new." I spoke English in the morning. I want to do more tomorrow. These quiet sentences help your mind feel connected to the language. They prepare your brain for the next day. They remind you, you are growing. You are doing it. And you're not just studying English, you are living in English. That is where fluency begins. Now that you are practicing English in your daily life, it's time to talk about two important things: how you sound and how you feel when you speak. These two are closely connected. If you want to speak English fluently, you need to feel confident. And if you want to feel confident, you need to believe that people can understand you. That's where pronunciation comes in. You don't need to speak like a native speaker. You don't need an American or British accent, but your words should be clear. Your message should be easy to understand. And the beautiful truth is, you can improve your pronunciation naturally, even from home, even without a teacher. All you need is your voice, your ears, and a few minutes each day. Let's begin with the most powerful method. Listen and repeat. When you hear a new English sentence, don't just understand it, copy it. Say it out loud, just like the speaker. Use YouTube, podcasts, movies, or short videos. Choose a sentence, pause the video, and read it. Say it once, then again, then again. Copy the speed, the rhythm, the tone. Let the sound become part of you. When you do this every day, your mouth starts to move like a native speaker. Your voice becomes smoother, your pronunciation becomes clearer, and most of all, your confidence begins to grow. You can also improve by speaking more slowly. Many learners think that speaking fast means speaking fluently, but that's not true. When you speak too fast, your words become unclear. People can't understand you, and that makes you feel nervous. But when you slow down, something magical happens. You pronounce each word more clearly. You feel more in control. People understand you better, and they respond more positively. That positive feeling gives you more confidence to keep going. So take your time, breathe, let each word come out fully. Don't rush. Speaking clearly is more powerful than speaking quickly. It shows that you are calm, focused, and in control of your language. Another wonderful way to improve is by recording your voice. Yes, it might feel strange at first, but it's one of the most helpful habits you can build. Choose a short sentence or paragraph and record yourself saying it. Then listen. Don't judge. Just listen. Ask yourself, do I sound clear? Did I pronounce each word correctly? Where can I improve? Then go back and repeat the sentence again. Record it one more time. Listen again. This is how progress happens, step by step, word by word. And as you continue this practice, you will begin to notice real change. Your voice will sound stronger, your pronunciation will become sharper, and most importantly, you will begin to enjoy the sound of your own English. Now let's talk about confidence. Why do so many learners feel nervous when they speak? The answer is simple. They are afraid of making mistakes. But here's the truth. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes. The difference is they don't stop speaking because of them. So why should you? When you make a mistake, smile. Keep going. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is communication. If someone understands your meaning, you are already succeeding. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build. You build it by speaking a little every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Talk to yourself. Talk to your mirror. Talk to your friend. Just speak. Every time you use your voice, you are building a new level of comfort. You are training your mind to stop being afraid. There is also one simple trick you can use when speaking. The 3-second rule. When someone asks you a question, don't wait too long. Don't try to make a perfect sentence in your head. Just count to 3 and speak. Even if your sentence is simple, that's okay. Say something like, I watched a movie, or I went to the park. The moment you speak, your fear begins to fade. And the more you do it, the faster your brain responds. Your English becomes more natural, more alive, more yours. So remember this: pronunciation and confidence are skills. And like all skills, they improve with practice. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. Every word you speak, every sentence you repeat, every moment you push through fear, you are becoming a better English speaker. And the best part is, you are doing it with your own voice, your own power. Let your voice be heard. Let your confidence rise, and watch how quickly your English begins to shine. If you want to speak English fluently, there is one secret that will change everything. You must learn to think in English. This is the final step that takes you from slow, careful speaking to natural, confident conversation. Right now, you may be thinking in your native language first and then translating into English before you speak. That's okay. It's what most learners do. But it's also what makes speaking slow, stressful, and sometimes frustrating. Because when you translate in your mind, there is always a delay. There is pressure. You worry if the sentence is right. You feel nervous. You stop. But what if I told you that you could stop translating forever? That you could speak English directly from your thoughts, without stress, without hesitation? You can, and it's easier than you think. Learning to think in English is like building a new habit. It won't happen in one day, but if you practice a little every day, it will become natural. The first step is to begin with simple English words. Start looking at your environment and naming things in English. When you wake up, look around your room. Say in your mind, pillow, bed, window, sunlight. When you walk outside, think tree, car, sky, child, bus. Don't say the words in your native language, say them in English. This helps your brain connect directly to the language without translation. And when your brain starts connecting like this, you will begin to feel that English is not a foreign language. It is your language. Once you feel comfortable with individual words, move to short and simple sentences. When you're brushing your teeth, think, I am brushing my teeth. When you're walking to the bus stop, think, I am going to work. When you're eating, think, this food is delicious. If you forget a word, don't stop. Use another simple word to describe it. For example, if you forget wallet, say, I can't find the thing I keep my money in. The goal is to keep thinking in English, even when it's not perfect. This is how fluency is built. Not from perfect grammar, but from constant use and connection. To make this even stronger, talk to yourself in English during the day, out loud or quietly in your mind. This is one of the most powerful techniques you can use. When you're choosing your clothes in the morning, say, I think I'll wear my black shirt today. When you're cooking, say, I'm boiling the water. Now I'm adding the vegetables. When you're walking home, think, the sky is beautiful tonight. This habit turns your mind into an English environment. It keeps the language active. It keeps your brain thinking in the right direction. Another great way to train your brain to think in English is to watch and listen to English every day. Use subtitles at first if you need them, but focus on understanding the meaning in English, not translating. Listen to English podcasts, YouTube videos, or short audio lessons. The more you hear English, the more your brain will start thinking in English automatically. It becomes your new sound, your new rhythm, your new inner voice. And over time, you'll notice something amazing. You'll be walking, and a thought will come to you in English. Not because you tried, but because your mind is now living in the language. To help you build this habit step by step, follow a simple daily plan. In the morning, look around and name everything you see in English, out loud or in your mind. In the afternoon, think about your actions using short sentences. I'm going to the store. I'm making lunch. In the evening, listen to English for at least 20 minutes. Watch a video, listen to a podcast, or read out loud. At night, before sleeping, reflect on your day in English. Today was a good day. I worked hard. I want to learn more tomorrow. Do this every day, and your mind will begin to think in English automatically. Thinking in English is the key that unlocks real fluency. It takes practice, but it is possible for anyone, even if you're a beginner. Don't worry about big words or perfect grammar. Just start small. Start now. One word, one sentence, one thought at a time. With each day, your mind becomes more comfortable. Your thoughts become smoother. Your voice becomes freer. And then one day, without even trying, you'll realize you're not thinking in your native language anymore. You're thinking in English. And when that happens, fluency is no longer a dream. It's your new reality. My dear friend, look at how far you've come. You've learned how to change your mindset, how to surround yourself with English, how to let go of grammar fear, how to practice real conversations, how to improve your pronunciation, and most importantly, how to think in English. These are not small steps, they are life-changing. And now, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your fluency journey, the beginning of a new you. You don't need to wait until next week, next month, or next year. You are already on your way. Every word you say, every sentence you think, every moment you practice, it all counts. And no, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Even on days when you feel tired, even on days when your motivation is low, remember this one truth. Effort is always stronger than fear. You are not alone on this journey. I'm here with you. And there are thousands of other learners just like you, learning, practicing, growing, step by step. So from today, speak without fear. Think in English with joy. Surround yourself with English in everything you do. Let it be your music, your habit, your second voice. If someone tells you it's too hard, smile gently and say, I am learning every day. Because you are. You are building something beautiful. And I promise you, the more you live with English, the more it will live in you. So now it's time. Go out there, speak to yourself, repeat those sentences, watch English videos, listen, think, speak again and again. Your fluency is waiting, your confidence is growing, and your future is calling. Let's do this together. You're ready. You've always been ready. Now go live in English and never look back.